A Border Patrol agent may go to an area where there was no wall system, there was no technology, and they see footprints in the ground across the border, right? And they can physically count the footprints, or they see tire tracks. So it's not really complicated or scientific, but they're pretty good at that. Call also cut and sign, Border Patrol agents. They're experts at that, and be able to determine just by looking at footprints and et cetera, who and what crossed. And so throughout the southwest border, all 2,000 miles, we estimated at least 150,000. I think that's conservative. I think it's higher.
And we assume those are not families seeking or, you know, who are going to say that they fear return. These are the people who don't want to be entered into our system.
So that's exactly right, Jessica. And that's another element, again, we don't talk enough about. The majority of the families that come across and the unaccompanied children, when they make their ways to the border, a lot of times they just sit down and wait for Border Patrol agents, and it's not adverse. It's a very safe exchange and apprehension and processing. Those gotaways, those are absolutely right. They're the ones that are running. Why are they running, right? Those aren't the good ones. And that's when we're having this discussion, we need to be intellectually honest through our discussion. And not every single person that tries to illegally enter this country is a good person. Now, they're not all bad either, but they're not all good. And when we're talking about that, we have to be honest about that. Again, 1,000 gang members caught. We also have caught pedophiles, rapists, murderers. Now, you know, and a lot of people will say, well, those numbers are small. Well, how many is acceptable? How many? How many rapists, how many murderers, how many pedophiles are acceptable? How many gang members, how many MS-13 members are acceptable for us to allow into this country? That's the question we should be asking. From my perspective, law enforcement for a lot of decades trying to safeguard this country, the answer is easy. It's zero. That's why we need to strengthen our borders. That's why we need the wall along with other things.